Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. I should say happy Giving Tuesday, everybody. So I'm in downtown Atlanta, and I have a fun little partnership today for Giving Tuesday. C4 Bell, it's an awesome group again. We are downtown, and we are going to the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta, and we're meeting with them and kind of hearing about what they do. They're bringing in their Youth of the Year. A bunch of people are willing to sit down and interview and kind of tell what they do. And while I've always known about the Boys and Girls Club, I'm not 100% sure on, all the activities and stuff they do. So we're going to get in there and show all of you all the great work they're doing. So guys, I have just gotten to the Boys and Girls Club's offices of Metro Atlanta. Can you see behind me? And they're doing great work, guys. They've got 25 clubs, and we're above average with childhood obesity, teen pregnancy, a few other things. So there's some underserved communities around here that the Boys and Girls Club are doing a great job of trying to be there for these kids and set a great example. And I think there are about 25 clubs, and there are over 3,000 kids in the Metro Atlanta area that are doing, amazing things with this club. And they're all about trying to instill academic success, build a healthy lifestyle, and build, character and leadership qualities in these kids. So they're doing great work, and I can't wait to introduce you to the crew here. And, you guys get to hear from Kai. She's the Youth of the Year, and she'll tell you exactly what Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta has been doing for her. All right, guys, I'll show you guys around the Boys and Girls Club's offices here in Atlanta. They're on the 5th floor, and they have such a cool space, all this fun artwork, So yeah, there's so much cool stuff here. It would be fun to work here.
I'm Kai Hartman, and I am the 2017 through 2018 Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta Youth of the Year.
Awesome. And we have Beverly, her mentor, and Stacy, her mother. And thank you for coming, ladies. This is great. So, Ms. Hartman, was it you pushing Kai to get into the Boys and Girls Club, or was it Kai saying, "Mom, will you sign this permission slip"? What happened?
Basically, it's Kai telling me what she was doing and saying, "Mom, I need you to do this. I need you to sign this permission slip, like you said. I'm going to compete in this poetry slam. I need to be at the art center at 7. I need to be picked up from the club at 8 when we come back from a field trip."
So the chauffeur.
Yes, basically, yes. I was the Uber. But yeah, I never really had to push Kai into doing anything. She decided what she wanted to do, and then she got it done.
My favorite activity at the club would probably be, at my club, we've had different activities throughout the 10 years that I've been there. So I would say all-time favorite was a poetry slam, but right now I'm into college and career bound, but all-time favorite definitely poetry slam.
So I've never actually been to a Boys and Girls Club. What kind of, and I think a lot of people probably haven't. I mean, everybody's one of those things everybody's aware of, but we don't really know what's going on behind those doors. What other kind of stuff other than the poetry slam? I mean, are there organized sports? Outings to museums? What goes on behind those doors?
There's all types of stuff that goes behind the doors. Yes, there's organized sports. There's field trips, there's there's a kids section, and there's a teen center section, so we have those type of things. And basically, it's really anything that you would think goes on at the Boys and Girls Club goes on at the Boys and Girls Clubs and more. You even have the opportunity to, if you want, start your own organizations and start your own little club or activity that you want everyone else to partake in.
And you did what, cheerleading?
Yes, I started a cheerleading organization for the elementary girls at my club.
How's that going?
It's going good. Yeah, it's going good. When I first started it, it was great, and it's still going strong.
As she grew and as she became involved in the different programs that the club offered, she didn't resist going anymore. She started getting involved. Again, she started telling me, I'm going on this field trip to this poetry slam or to this event, and I need you to pick me up. Okay, Kai. And I did. I saw her confidence grow. I saw her smiling more. I just saw her grow and blossom as a young woman as she became more and more involved. I saw her, like she said in her thing, I saw her find her voice. She started writing very young. She was 7, and she was published in the Morel Brown book. And from there, she would write all the time. She would always read and she would always write. And I credit the club for a lot of that, for at least sparking that passion in her and for her taking that and moving forward with that to where she is now with it.
Hey guys, I am sitting here with Brian Ball, and he was the winner 2 years ago. So Kai, we're rooting for you to get to the Nationals. How far did you make it, man?
I made it to, I won state and I made it to regionals.
Okay.
Yeah. And
guys, he wore a cape during his. How cool is that, right?
Yeah, I wore a cape. They wouldn't let me wear it at regionals. But yeah, I won state and then got to regionals, and I ended my trip ended there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, but it was great. It was awesome.
So what has pushed you to be so active in the Boys and Girls Club? Because everybody I've talked to, you guys, they say that this guy's a rock star. He gives up so much more time than he really needs to. And I'm all about telling the story of somebody who's giving back, especially on Giving Tuesday. So yeah, what just kind of drives you to keep showing up and keep helping all these kids out?
I mean, that's what I saw when I was at the club. And my mission, especially as an alumni, is to help club kids, or just assist club kids to have as great of an experience as I did. I went to the club for like 12 years, and in those 12 years, all I saw were whether a staff member left the club, whether parents were off work, whether organizations wanted to let us come tour their office. Like, it didn't matter, everybody was giving, and that's all I saw. My mom, people thought my mom
so happy.
People thought my mom worked at the club. When I was like 10 years old, they were like, "Does your mom?" I was like, "No, she's just here. She's off of work and she's just helping out." And that's all I saw. And so at first it was like an unconscious thing. I was just like, okay, this is something that I just do. My tagline in my Kate speech was born to inspire, live to inspire. So it's just like I just did it. And then when I became conscious, I was like, oh, okay, now I can actually schedule time to go volunteer. I was like, I have to. I need these kids to see that somebody cares about them, and I just want to give us whatever I can, whether it's time, advice, my basic film knowledge. We have a thing called Camp Amp, and we started it 2 years ago, and it's to expose kids to different like avenues of art. So it's like we have music production, art, fashion, spoken word poetry, and video. And we teach all these workshops at a summer camp in like North Georgia. And we take them out there for a weekend and we just let them do art stuff. And I help teach a video class just to tell the kids, like, you can do whatever you can with your cell phone. Like, it doesn't matter what you have. And
there are tons of guys on YouTube now that are just making daily videos with their cell phones.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you don't need all this expensive gear. I mean, it's nice, it's pretty, it makes pretty pictures. But yeah, that is so inspiring to see that somebody's getting back out there and showing kids, hey, get out there, put the camera in your hand, guys, and tell your perspective, tell your story.
Right.
So you also work at another camp. You want to tell everybody a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the summer camp is called Camp Kiwanis, and It's for Metro Atlanta kids, Metro Atlanta Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta kids, from the ages of 9 to like 16, and basically we get about 60 kids a week during the summer, ranging from like as many as 5 clubs, and they come up to the camp for 5 days in the summer, and we have everything from, we teach them archery, orienteering with the map and compass. They go tubing in the river. We teach them about nature.
Think about the last time I got a map in my hand. That's pretty insane.
And these kids, like, the only time they ever see a map is on their phone.
Yeah.
When they map quest something, like kids, they've never used a map and compass before, and so the Boys and Girls Club has a summer camp, and Carly Robinson, she's the camp director up there. She does this wonderful job of getting kids out of the city and getting them exposed to an outdoor experience. And so I've worked there for like 5 summers doing photo and video. And when I'm not there during the summer, I go back and spend my time just being there for the upcoming kids in the LINK program, which is the Teen Leadership Outdoors program, and just showing them that I care about them, that they're my family, that this is like the Boys and Girls Club culture, and we're a culture of family and friends and people that care about each other, and to let them know that no matter where we go in life, that I'll always be there for them. And that's what I learned when I was at the club, and that's what I tried to exude when
I mean, that's powerful stuff,
yeah.
Especially when, all these underserved communities around here. I mean, we're nationally above the average for like childhood obesity, single mother, stuff like that. So it's great to see that somebody's who's been through it all and been through that club is still going back and giving, especially now that you're in college, which, I mean, God, I just think about my first couple of years in college, and I'm like, God, I was so selfish and I was so self-absorbed and stuff, and you're giving, with all the studying you got to be doing too, you're still giving your time, and I think that's so cool. And hopefully all these people that are watching this are gonna see, wow, this kid is just this dude, yeah, thank you. He is giving back his all, and he's not wasting a minute of his life, and I think that's awesome. And I want to thank you for everything you're doing for all the kids around Metro Atlanta. I mean, it makes me want to go get involved more. Like, I know Robbie from C4, he's really involved with the group. Like I said, I didn't really know what you guys did. All right, guys, so I have Alexis here, and Alexis is one of the other mentors, and she was the mentor to the runner-up, Corey, who couldn't be here tonight because he had a callback.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be an actor, guys. So, fingers crossed for Corey. We would love to have seen you, Corey, and hear your story. But so how did you get involved with the Boys and Girls Club and being a mentor for such a cool group?
Yeah, so the company that I work with here in Atlanta actually... we did some pro bono work for Boys and Girls Club over the summer, and they just were an organization that I fell in love with and wanted to get more involved with. So when the mentor applications came around, my job asked me if I wanted to be a mentor, and I obviously said yes, and was really excited because this was the first time in a long time that I was going to have time and actually be in Atlanta consistently to be able to be a mentor, because I've always wanted to do something like this, but I travel a lot for my job and just never had the time. Yeah, you're getting ready to be gone for a long time. So,
Oh, full year. But enough about that. So, like, what do you kind of do as a mentor? What does that job responsibilities include? I mean, are you just always on call?
No, so not always on call. So the way that it worked, we did have a lot of conversations outside of like the scheduled meetings, but if I'm sure you can imagine what it's like to try to keep a 17-year-old's attention span and keep them on task with the things they need to do. So that's really what I did, and I actually shared my mentorship with another young lady. So we kind of tag teamed Corey to make sure that he was meeting his deadlines, and we helped him with his interview prep, and we read over his essays and helped him with his application, helped him with his speech, and gave him feedback. Very much not like doing anything for him, but just kind of playing devil's advocate sometimes, or just listening to the speech and saying, maybe you should pause here, maybe you should use this word instead, or have you thought about putting this into your speech, like talking about some of his personal experiences. So and then of course just making sure like Corey, do you have your permission slips? Corey, do you have your application ready? Corey, are you going to be able to make it to this? Because he is probably the busiest 17-year-old I've ever met in my life with all of he's in show choir at his school, and he does, he's on a step team, and he's also an art student and is has performances all over the city. So he's very, very busy.
I mean, that's the one thing I've noticed just talking with all these people and everything. I feel like, God, what was I doing when I was 17?
I know, right? He made me very much feel like
going to football practice and then watching TV, and I feel like, gosh, I mean, these 17-year-old kids, I feel so counterproductive, you guys.
Yeah, he's doing a lot for his age. It's great. When we weren't meeting here at Metro Atlanta, we got a chance to go to our mentors' clubs. So it was fun to actually go to Corey's club and meet some of the other kids. And I when we had our mentor sessions at his club, I literally sat in the teen center with him and all of the other kids, and we all kind of worked on his stuff together. And it was really nice.
I mean, that's kind of what Brian was talking about, just that whole family mentality. Everybody wants to help everybody out, and once you're in, you're in for life, and everybody's just going to always be there, and you just keep getting such a larger family. I mean, 25 clubs all around Metro Atlanta. That's so cool to see that many people. And I gave you guys that statistic earlier, 25 clubs with I think it's 3,300 kids, but for all those kids, we've got great people like Alexis and Brian that are showing up. So I mean, it's close to 10,000 strong just for Metro Atlanta, of everybody that's involved, from the kids down to the people in this office. And so it's so cool to see that there are that many people that want to create a positive change and help serve the underserved communities around Atlanta. Oh man, what an amazing day with those incredible young people doing so much positive stuff in their communities. I mean, it's really inspiring. It makes me realize I wasn't doing nearly enough as I should have been when I was their age. But I got to thank the Boys and Girls Club, Virginia, my contact there, Kai, Brian, Stacy, Beverly, Alexis, you guys are awesome. Thanks for sitting down with me and letting everybody know what you guys are doing all around Metro Atlanta. I feel inspired. It makes me want to go out and help more. So this has been a great Giving Tuesday. I was so happy to be partnered with C4 Belts and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Atlanta. So thank you guys. I appreciate all your support, but time to get into the house and edit all this together. So we will see you guys tomorrow.